What's up, you guys? The media is working harder and harder to push and pump Bittorrent. I'm going to show you how. We're going to cover some news and we're going to cover what I'm talking about and why things have changed in a really, really cool way. If you're new to the channel, hit the bell, subscribe, hit the like button. If you're a returner, thank you for being here. When Lambo fixed mechanic receives first payment in Bitcoin to mend Lamborghini. Imagine what's going to happen when you're able to use BitTorrent and Tron and various currencies, cryptocurrencies, for repairs, everyday use, day to day, no problem, just like you use the US dollar, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, or the pound, or the euro, or whatever country you're in. Now, when a Lamborghini owner didn't have cash on them to pay for their repair shop, they used Bitcoin, its repair job. They used Bitcoin to pay Kansas City welder JFab. I actually have another camera here and I'm trying to capture another vantage point. So if I look here, I'm looking at the other camera. It's distracting me a little bit, but just to let you know, I'm not going to let it distract me for the rest of the video. All right. Working in Kansas City, Missouri in the Midwest, JFab told Cointelegraph that he took payment in Bitcoin BTC for the repairs made to the Lamborghini Aventador. Here's a Lamborghini Aventador right here. Yes, I'm going to get into how BitTorrent's being pumped by the media and they don't even know it. And it's going to be another brand that's well known that I'm going to talk about that's talking about them without knowing it. JFab told Cointelegraph that receiving Bitcoin for repairing the car was his first legitimate transaction, even though he first got into Bitcoin in 2016. So I guess he means his first legitimate Bitcoin transaction. He explains that the payment was straightforward. When JFab asked for the bill for the repairs, the Lambo's owner didn't have any cash and simply said, "Shoot me a wallet address, will ya?" To which JFab replied, "Yeah, sure." With that, JFab received the Bitcoin payment for fixing an $8,500 titanium exhaust system and putting some pretty pipes on it for more screams and pops and other upgrades. And the Bitcoin blockchain revved its own engines onto the next block. You know, you got to wonder, there's some mechanics doing it, or people in general, not just mechanics obviously, but we're talking about a mechanic here, where they're accepting Bitcoin. Are they really enthusiasts? What percentage of them really aren't sure? In other words, if they make X for a repair, what if it goes down? What if they take too many transactions and it goes down and they, don't have the money they thought they had for that particular Bitcoin? Or the reverse, they convert the money right away because of that concern, and all of a sudden it shoots up 3-4 months later and they would have made 3 times the repair. So I think it's something to consider for businesses in terms of transacting with Bitcoin, and that's why I think there's going to be a big advantage in using multiple currencies, cryptos, to pay for different things, because that, along with staking, is going to edge away at some of that risk fear, some of the upside, and potentially some of the downside, of course. Grassroots adoption stories in Bitcoin are growing. While Bitcoin transactions in neighboring Kansas are not unheard of, in 2014, a Kansas buyer bought a house for $500,000 with Bitcoin. JFab would like to make it clear that with more adoption, I hope that I can find my place in making or doing services for crypto in addition to accepting Bitcoin as payment for repairing the Lambo. He also sells exotic work and crypto-themed furniture items on popular Bitcoin marketplace Bittify. So he's the exception, he's the enthusiast, and he's not too concerned at all about accepting Bitcoin, obviously. Naturally, the pieces he hand makes can be paid for with crypto. And that's another thing. When the ease of use kicks in, more and more people, more and more businesses are going to be accepting it because it's going to be as easy as just accepting a credit card. And that's imminently coming. Let's see what else we got happening. U.S. Senate confirms Lal Brainerd as Fed Voice Chair. Ethereum scaling solution optimism upgrade of governance structure. Altcoins sell off as Bitcoin price drops to its macro level of 38,000. We got crypto advocate mounts challenge to longtime Silicon Valley congresswoman. Okay, so nothing too interesting there, I don't think. I share my sources as always. You guys can check out Cointelegraph. You know this already. Let me see here if there's anything else before I get into Bitcoin being secretly pumped. not Bitcoin, Bittorrent being secretly pumped up by branded entities that aren't maybe directly aware that they're doing it. Altcoins sell off. We did that. Is there anything interesting? Why decentralized telecommunications is necessary to make Web 3.0 a reality? Fine, it's true. Crypto gaining trust as investment, but still lagging behind other options, Bitstamp says. We got ApeCoin price breakout stalls after 2.4 million BAYC NFT robbery. There was a robbery. Bored Apes robbery. Let's see. Ape price now risks crashing by almost 20% from April 26th price based on its rising wedge pattern. You know, you guys, that's why I always tell you, relax with crypto because anything can happen to the downside and also to the upside. So when you feel like you're down in the dumps, don't be, because you're only a day away from something really, really exciting happening that sends you up. So understand this, that the cryptosphere is like a wild ocean with a lot of wild surfers. You're going to get wet along the way, but it's going to be, in the end, if you can keep your cool, one of the most exciting things you're ever going to be involved with in terms of finance, business, and revenue on a whole. Let me get into a couple more things I wanted to see here. But you know what? Maybe I can come back to it. I'm going to talk about what I've been saying with brands hitting up BitTorrent even harder. Let's just see. OpenSea, the biggest NFT marketplace by volume and earnings, tagged the stolen NFTs as suspicious. But even then, the hacker ended up selling 4 of them for about 1.6 million. Ape, which serves as governance token to BAYC's decentralized autonomous organization ApeCoin DAO, dropped by nearly 11% to 17.41 this April 26th. As it fell, the token also deviated from the upside target of its prevailing symmetrical triangle pattern around $25 as shown in the chart below. Great, another chart. Okay, let's get into it. Equity Guru is a branded name. It's a pretty big brand. Equity Guru. Guess what? The cryptocurrency guide for the perplexed, Tron TRX. I'm not going to cover the whole article, so you could find it here. I'm not sure a lot of under 40s understand today, remember Tron, but I'm a touch north of 40 and I barely remember it. It was a pre-due Jeff Bridges fronted movie, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit here and just to show you. Tron has a 3-layer architecture, meaning a core base layer which runs the blockchain accompanied by 2 other layers, one for storage and another for applications. Anything that legitimizes Tron, any article that puts importance behind Tron is doing the same thing for BitTorrent. There's a lot of this happening. Great times are ahead. I hope this finds you healthy, happy. See you on the next one.